In the next 10 months, 9 to 10 months, Nigeria will be going to poll for presidential election, the senatorial election, the House of Representative election, and governorship election. We call it general election in Nigeria. It's coming up in 2027. But before 2027, in the last few weeks or few months now, political gladiators have been moving, transforming from one political party to another, forming coalition against the present government. But what surprised Nigerians is that most Nigerian governors, after leaving the seat for 8 years, still go to retire at the Senate. Even those who are currently as a governor who will be rounding up in the next 1 year, also soliciting for ticket for the Senate. Now, because the Nigerian Constitution does not even say anything about a sitting governor who want to contest for Senate to must have left before contesting or to resign position before. The civil servant, they can resign or resign appointment as a minister or as a civil servant or as an executive member to go and contest. But I wonder what happened to a sitting governor who already is a governor and also contesting for the Senate seat of the country. Today, I want to talk about 23 or 24 former governors and current governors who want to go and retire at the Senate. Some of them are already there. They want to return back as a senator. But the issue is it that we don't have competent Nigerians who are not former governors to go to Senate, or what? We do have. We do have industrialists, we do have academians, we do have businessmen and women who are capable to become a senator. But because the governors, after the 8 years tenure at the seat of the governor, still want to go back to the Senate. Why? Because politically they want to control the party, they want the party to be under their foot. But this looks somehow to some of us as political analysts and politicians to want to ask, why must a governor go to the Senate? Why not House of Rep? Why not be Godfather and sit in your office to guide others to become senators? Now, with me here, I have a 23 men, like I said, who are former governors or current governors who want to, because I will list them to you so that you may begin to take them one after the other. And some of them currently have cases with either EFCC or ICPC or FBI. Some of them don't have cases, but they being performed even as a governor. Yes, some of them never perform very well, perform woefully, and still looking for a seat to become a senator. So in some states, senatorial seats is between 3 and 10 local government. And we can't have more than 3 senatorial seats in a state. In every state, we have 3 senatorial seats. But for House of Rep, you can have as many as possible. But for the Senate, we have only 3. For Bayelsa State, we have 3 with 8 local government. Can you see how it is? For your state, where they have, for Kano State, where they have 44 local government, we have 3 senatorial. For Osun State, where you have 30 local government, you still have 3 senatorial, divided into 10 by 10. Each senatorial district have 10 local government. But today, like I said, let me begin to take them one after the other and let's see their performance, if they really want to be senator or they really want to be at the Senate seat. So if it is your state, sit down and look at the next listening. I have a current governor, Abdulrazak of Kwara State. He's the current governor of Kwara State. His tenure will expire May 29, 2027, and currently is vying to become a senator. Why still remain as a governor of the state of Kwara State? Can you see wonders in Nigerian politics? How do you come up against this? The next one, number 2, I have Governor Uzodinma of Imo State. He is the current governor of Imo State, also vying to be senator after 8 years of governor in 2027. But the issue now is that the election is coming up earlier before they will leave seat as a governor. Number 3, we have Governor Buni of Yobe State. He's the current governor of Yobe State and is in his second term as a governor, 8 years as a governor, and planning to go to the Senate. So the issue now is that what is happening? Governor Buni also of Yobe State will be going back is vying to go to Senate. He's the current governor. We have Governor Abiodun of Ogun State. Is popularly known after Dr. Governor Abiodun Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State. Do you know what transpired a few days back between Governor Abiodun and for the former governor, they say APC, the one that crossed from PDP to APC? The issue of the Senate ticket became so rowdy in Ogun State that he was locked out of the venue of the meeting. You know what I'm talking about? My laughing governor. You know him now. Now, Governor Sule of Adamawa State is also the current governor of Adamawa State, and he wants to become a senator in 2027. Still in the second term and wants to become senator. They will not do one term and go to Senate. That's why I don't understand. Why not do it one term, finish, and say, okay, let me go to Senate and put somebody else to do the second term, or let another party take over for the second term. That's another serious one of Nasarawa State. Then I have Governor Vintiri of the former PDP governorship, how do you call it? No, Governors Forum chairman that converted, that abandoned his people in PDP and went to APC. He's also seeking power, seeking seats to the Senate. He's also seeking seats to the Senate. He wants to go back to the Senate after the second term of his tenure as Adamawa State governor. He's the current governor of Adamawa State. They have a former governor of Sokoto State, Wamako. Wamako was a former governor, currently a senator, also wants to return back to Senate. And he's also a former governor. The issue now is that why do they want to go back to Senate? Are they really be performing as a Senate seat? Are they really doing the job we gave to them? Are they really doing it? Like, that's the question we should ask ourselves. The next one I pick here is former governor Goje. Goje is former governor of Gombe State. He's a former governor and also want to return back. So if I mention your state, please go back to your state, do an analysis and know whether these governors really perform. Then the next one I have the current governor of Niger State. It's popularly known that Umar Bago is the current governor of Niger State. He also wants to go back to Senate after 8 years of governor of Niger State. You know, remember that governor that used to respect His Excellency the President so much. They also go on his knees to greet Mr. President. You can also remember that. It's always on white. You should remember him. The next one to pick is Governor Yaya Bello. Governor Yaya Bello that installed Ododo, current governor of Kogi State, that has issue. You know, remember sometimes they go, he was declared wanted by EFCC and they make all possible means to get him arrested, and he was unable and later presented himself to EFCC and he has a case in the court. Presently, he's going to court and he has a case with EFCC and wants to go to the Senate. So funny that I know this Kogi people will also vote him to become senator. Well, as the law says, he remains innocent and remain innocent until the competent court found him guilty. So he's an innocent man as at now. Well, that is what the law says. Governor Amusu, former governor of Ogun State. Governor Amusu is in Senate, representing Abeokuta Central. He's in Senate and former governor of Ogun State, also wants to go back. He's the current senator representing, I think, Abeokuta Central, something, Ogun State Central, yes. Currently from Abeokuta, he also wants to go back to the Senate. He's a former governor, and that is number 11. Number 12, I have former governor Okowa. You can remember Okowa, former governor of Delta State, that vice Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 election with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His vice, he left the BDP, the camp to APC. So he's also vying, and I think I read somewhere that whether his son or daughter also be going to House of Rep or House of Assembly. Most of these politicians are so funny. They put their sons, put their daughter, either put their wife or put their cousin. Also, they are also vying for the same post. Well, God will help Nigerians. That's Governor Okowa. The next one is yes, I was talking about Governor Daniel the other time with Abiodun, with Dapo Abiodun. Dapo Abiodun also want to go to Senate. Governor Daniel is currently in Senate and wants to go back, and there was an issue in the party because ordinarily Dapo Abiodun is the party leader in Ogun State and has been in APC from time, while Daniel crossed from PDP to APC and became a governor, and became a senator. So this time he wants to go back again, and Dapo Abiodun, they all came from the same senatorial district, so they have to outsmart the Governor Daniel to push him aside for Biodun Dakpabio to get the ticket. That's politician for you. All of them are good friends, but when it comes to politics and posts, no good friends. So the next one is former Governor Abubakar Sani Bello of Niger State. Sani Bello of Niger State also is a senator, current senator, wants to go back. These senators wants to go back. In fact, some of them want to remain life senator representing their district. This is funny. This is not funny. This is not funny. This is not funny. I say it's not funny. Why there are businessmen, educated people in that central district, well known and business who have even the power to say something at the Senate. They won't allow them to go. Well, retirement benefit for all governors. When are we going to stop it? The next one I want to pick here is that former governor Danko Wabo of Gombe State. He's also a former governor, wants to return to the Senate. Danko Wabo, you know him now, that popular Danko Wabo man is in the Senate, also wants to return back to Senate. And he's from Gombe State, from Gombe, far north from Gombe State. So if you are from this state, please check the performance of these senators, those who are there, these governors. Do they really deserve the seat they are asking for? Do they really deserve the bet? At the end of the day, our people will still vote them. The next one I pick former governor Kalu, Dr. Kalu. You remember him? Abia State governor. He's been in Senate for how many times now? Maybe 3 or 4 times, and he wants to go again. One governor Kalu. Also, I don't know. He's a former PDP. He's a governor of PDP. As a former PDP governor in Abia State, but currently APC person, so he also wants to return back to Senate for retirement benefit. God will help Nigerians. God will help me. The next one is a former governor Tamboa. Tamboa was a senator and also wants to return back to Senate again. He's a former governor of Sokoto State. You know, remember Tamboa now? That popular Tamboa man who was also House of Rep and later to Senate and became governor. No, some of them have been in politics for as far back as when what they call it, democracy came to Nigeria, and that is what we are saying now. God will help Nigeria. The next one I have here, former governor Utom of Benue State. Utom of Benue State wants to return to the Senate. The former governor also, you know, some of these governors, 8 years as a governor. Some of them have been a senator for 8 years, senator for 4 years, and still want to go back. So what are we saying? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Well, for voters, it's left for you. If you vote them in, to return back to the Senate after being governor, that's your headache. That's your decision to vote them back. Then we have former governor Alero of Kebbi State. Also want to return. He's a former governor, want to return back to Senate. Imagine Governor Alero wants to return back to the Senate, and he's there already. He wants to go back as is his second or third time senator after governor. No. If Kebbi people said they want him, or his senatorial district said they want him, there's nothing we'll do. Either we declare them winner, and if they win, that's the one. The next one I have is Governor Yari of Zamfara. You know that popular Governor Yari of Zamfara State also is going back to the Senate. Also wants to go back to the Senate. I know we have over 25 because this record I have is not even complete, but I know I have 23 governors here. Governor Yari of former Governor Yari of Zamfara State want to return back to the Senate. These are names I'm mentioning that want to return back to the Senate. If you vote them in, they are going there straight. Now, former Governor Lalong, popular Lalong of Plateau State, also want to return back to the Senate. He's in Senate presently, wants to return back to the Senate. That's a wonderful one. I have former Governor Inyame, Taraba State. Taraba State is more or less a Christian state, and mostly they have a Christian what they call the population. So Governor Iyame wants to return back to Senate. He's a senator. He was a former governor. Also want to return back to the Senate. If permitted or if voted in, he will be in the Senate come 2027, May 29 or June 1st, thereabouts. He's planning to go back to the Senate. We have another popular one that you know very well, a popular governor that you know very well, former governor of Edo State, Adam Oshiomhole. Adam, the union man, who was a governor, who was formerly a union leader, NLC, and from there he became a governor of Edo State, and also now is in the Senate and wants to return back to the Senate. Though he lost elections sometimes ago, but won the Senate seat in 2023, and now he's in the Senate and wants to go back. The one I have here, the last but not the least, and it's a wonderful one, and you're going to begin to think that How will this happen? How will this happen? It's Reverend Jolly Nyame, former governor of Taraba State. Former governor of Taraba State. If you know the story very well, he has been in politics for a long time. In fact, it's one of the governors that started 1999 democracy with us, back to democracy with us in Nigeria. And as a young man then, now he's old. I think he should be 70, not 70 plus. We're talking about 2020, that's 27 years ago. So if you remove 27 years from the 70 years, actually should be in his 40s, should be in his 40s when he became governor of Taraba State. And this same governor has some story. He was 3 times governor of Taraba State. They aborted 1992, 1993 election then, democracy then by the military. He was among the governor. He was the first state civilian governor. Yes, he was the first civilian governor of the state that had 3 terms. He was the first, as we're talking now, he was the first civilian governor that had 3 terms in that state. He's a 3-term governor. Though the first time was not completed, was aborted, but at least it's in record that. And between 1999 and 2007, he was a governor, and also he was convicted. He was convicted of misappropriation of fund through the FCC by the court and was jailed. He was jailed and found guilty in 2018 and was jailed. But along the line, he was released on presidential pardon. He had the presidential pardon. So after releasing him now, after getting presidential pardon, Oga say he wants to be senator. He's tired of staying at home with his children, playing with his wife, or doing any business. He said the business he can do better is to become a senator. Can you see what we have in this country? So God will help us. If you have any comments, go to the comment box. Just comment about this 23 or 24 names I've mentioned who are current governors, former governors who want to become senator, or who are already senators who still want to go back for the second time, third time, or fourth time. Well, they have decided to pick Senate seats as their retirement benefit. But the question is that, are you watching me not qualified to be a senator? Are you not qualified to also be a governor? Then why is it that every governor of a state wants to retire as a senator? But there are some few states that something like this, like former governor of Lagos State have never proposed to go to Senate. Yes, mostly in Lagos State, starting, except His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was a senator in Lagos before he became a governor. Except him, every other governor after him, or will pick His Excellency Babatunde Raji Fashola, His Excellency Ambode, His Excellency the current one, Sanwo-Olu of Lagos. These 3 governors I've mentioned are stayed, except Ambode that spent 4 years. They are still 8 years. Fashola moved to become a minister, and we don't know if Ambode will become a minister after this time around, or Sanwo-Olu will become a minister after this time around. So these governors have never tasted Senate. Is it that they don't like to be senator, or they don't like to be called senator? They prefer Your Excellency, sir, Your Excellency, former governor, or what? Let's try and deliberate on this and see why that these Lagos State governors were not vying to be senators. Then I have in Osun State also. You start from Baba Bisi Akonde, move to Prince Olagosoye Oyola, move to Alhaji Engineer Ralph Aregbesola, move to Alhaji what's it called? Isiaka Oyetola. They moved to this present governor. Then we see the analysis. The former governor, Isiaka Adeleke, also was a senator before, was a governor before becoming a senator. So he also won senatorial seats and moved to the Senate. So only him and his younger brother, who also was a senator before governor. But Isiaka Adeleke, the late Isiaka Adeleke, was a governor, aborted governor, the 1992-93 governor set with Reverend Jolly Yami that was aborted was Isiaka Adeleke, and later went to Senate twice and became a senator of the Federal Republic. His younger brother, who is the current governor of Osun State, also was a senator for a single term to complete his late brother term, because then after the death of Isiaka Adeleke, the people of Osun unanimously agreed that the ticket should be zoned back to the family to Ede, and Sademola Adeleke became the senator and represented to complete his Edinburgh term. Thereafter, then he migrated to become the governor of Osun State. Currently, he's the governor of Osun State and is going for his second term seat. Prayerfully, in any moment from now, in month of August of this year, August 15 precisely, Osun State will be going to poll to pick the governor, either to pick a new governor or to re-elect Demola Adeleke. His performance really shows that he's doing well, but that does not. I'm not speaking the mind of the electorate in Osun State, but the electorate will know what to do when time comes. So those are the two states I did analysis. I found out that mostly the governors don't go for Senate. Though after this time around, I'm still going to get more details about other states that their governors don't go for Senate after being governors. But with this, it assures that about 23 or 25 former governors and current governors will be going back to Senate. Are they going to lose this election or are they going to win? Well, I'm not a soothsayer and I have only an opportunity of only one vote, but you know better. At the end of the day, we'll still come back here to come and do this analysis. Why is it that former governors and current governors wants to become senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Thank you. So, after this time out, go to the comment box, do your analysis, comment there, and let's know your view about this. Is it okay by you, or you have reservations, or you have comment to make? Is there any way that law should be amended? Don't forget that these are the same people that will be asked to go and amend the law on this seat. So it's going to be easy to amend that section of the constitution that any sitting governor should not contest. Well, let the time come, yeah. But I think it might not be possible for this same set of people. The majority of them we have 106 seats of the Senate, 106 or 109 seats of the Senate. As it possible? So thank you very much. And before I miss my name, thank you for watching. Today's Politics Online. Thank you. Bye for now.